The Mat-Su Miners are back on the road for the series finale with the Chugiak Eagle River Chinooks. That's not just the 3 games that they'll have played this weekend, but the entire season. With Austin Barrick, I'm Jesse Cook. You could call this the most important day of the 2023 regular season in the ABL. It's a doubleheader for first place between the visiting Mat-Su Miners and the home Anchorage Glacier Pilots. Live from Mulcahy Stadium, I'm Jesse Cook alongside Austin Barrick. And the Miners sit a half game behind these Glacier Pilots, so if Mat-Su wins Game 1, then Game 2 certainly matters. These teams will have first place up in the air, but if Game 1 goes the way of the home crowd, then Game 2 does not matter in the slightest, except to see some experimentation on the field. It's not over until the Miners win. That's their mindset, but the Glacier Pilots might have other plans, looking for a three-peat. They can clinch that third straight ABL title with a win today. With Austin Barrick, I'm Jesse Cook, and we're on the verge of possibly an ABL champion, although if you're a Mat-Su fan, you hope you don't see that until Sunday afternoon tomorrow. Believe it or not, we're back at Herman Brothers Field for some baseball. With Austin Barrick, I'm Jesse Cook, and I guess the first place Miners and the fourth place Oilers aren't allowed to play normal games. This is the third doubleheader between the two, after Saturday was the fourth rainout between these two squads, and as a result, these teams will play one fewer game than the schedule normally would allow. So there's supposed to be 10 matchups between Mat-Su and the Peninsula, but because of so many rainouts, there will only be 9, and there's supposed to be 40 games in each of these teams' regular seasons. Well, that's down to 39, but it's been 3 days off for the Miners. Well, you said that Mat-Su has been feasting on Chugiak. That feast could have filled an entire banquet hall, an entire stadium on Saturday. Alex Vergara had a home run. Sebastian Tomerlin had a home run. Caleb Hanna's hit one. The Miners clobbered the ball. Caden Carpenter almost knocked one out of the park, but right fielder Brayden Broom brought it back. Mat-Su brought the fireworks this weekend. And there are some things about that second game that we already know. Mat-Su head coach Ty LeBrun, who, by the way, just won head coach of the year for the first time in his 5-year career, has confirmed that Landon Guggenmoss, a native to Palmer, Alaska, will make his first appearance of the season. He was a last-second add for these Miners, and he spent the year playing for the Palmer Legion team against high school pitching. As for the Glacier Pilots, Anchorage head coach Garrick Mosiello has also confirmed that we may see some position players pitch in Game 2. These are win or lose scenarios. We will see some experimentation in that second leg, even if it decides first place. That's right, you mentioned this stat to me earlier, that Mat-Su was just 1 for 11 with runners in scoring position. Another stat that didn't bode well for Mat-Su was that Anchorage had 8 of its 9 starting batters reach base by way of a hit in that game. Let's take a look back at what Ty LeBrun had to say after the Game 1 loss. Oh yeah, he was flying around the bases too. He's such a fast guy. And Mat-Su's starter, Drew Christo, he usually throws pretty hard, up above 95 miles an hour every now and then, but he struggled of late. His last start wasn't too bad. He went 4 innings, 4 hits, 1 run allowed, but he walked 5. Mat-Su needs to do better in a lot of facets in this game. We talked about the base running mistakes. The bats were not great with runners in scoring position. Remember, earlier in this season, in the month of June, Mat-Su averaged stranding 5 runners in scoring position every game. I talked to him a couple days ago in one of our episodes of the Valley Chats, and the Nebraska native said that the key to winning for him really is to stop thinking. The Nebraska right-hander said that that's what works best for him, and against a team that has the best batting average in the ABL at a .280 mark in the Glacier Pilots, maybe that's the key, because if you overthink, maybe that's how they make their money. Mat-Su as a team has boosted its batting average since the beginning of the month from a .208 mark to a .248 team mark. That's 40 points in the span of 4 weeks. But it didn't come in handy the last time the Miners played. Let's take a trip back to Friday night right here at Mulcahy Stadium when the Miners lost it late game to the Bucks.